I made this joke one time. Somebody was talking about, I was talking to my coworkers about Tinder. And I was talking to one of my friends about like navigating Tinder. I was like, yeah, if she says, I like The Office in my bio, easy smash. She likes generic shit. Anything will woo her. You can get her flowers, and they could be like weird. Yeah, easy smash.
I would love to see this lady laying here. When you said something like easy smash. She loves The Office.
And she probably just look up.
But then
go about.
But then you fist bump her too, so everyone knows it's cool.
It's true.
That's what she should be. She should be here to like help with shit like that. The cosign on easy smash.
But that one might be an ass. But yeah, certain things like, you know, if you say I like Pitch Perfect in your Tinder bio, I know that the first night I got you. But and I was talking to somebody and they were like, wait, are you on Tinder? I was like, nah, I haven't been on Tinder since I lived in California. Which is pre-podcast.
In the 60s, right?
No. Happy Juneteenth, by the way.
I have actually, while I'm wearing my black Juneteenth stuff, I had a little pin I was going to put on, but I didn't want to fuck up
Side
my
note,
jacket.
Christian Balmer's half black.
So
I'm still keeping on my reputation of keeping only black podcast guests.
Sorry. Not to
Except
confuse
Ashley,
you.
but that was different because she worked for me, so.
Yeah. Not to side, but I think this is funny that I have a Juneteenth pin that I was going to put on this jacket, and I realized it doesn't already have one of those lapel pin slots. I'm not even going to dig it out. But, so I didn't want to fuck up my jacket for Juneteenth. That's about as much as I
That's how you start a conversation right there. That's how you network.
Yeah. But I do have.
Want to start a conversation? Be light skinned and ask and wear Juneteenth.
Yeah. I did have to look up when Juneteenth was before we started this, just in case I forgot. It's the 19th, right?
I'm going to be honest. Call me not black enough. But because you niggas were saying that until this nerd was in your fucking girlfriend's drawers. But neither that side. It took me a while to remember too. I always thought it was the 15th for some reason.
I thought it was the 16th, and I'm like, no, that's fucking Father's Day.
Yeah.
So.
Well, depending.
Okay.
The Father's Day is always on a Sunday, not always on a date. It's always on a day. Okay. Like Mother's Day is always on Sunday too. Mm-hmm. I only know that specifically because this year my stepdad's birthday, Father's Day, and their anniversary rolled in like 3 days, and I was like, this has never happened before. Why am I spending so much money? And then realized that it's because Mother's Day and Father's Day move around. It's always on a Sunday,
and
like Easter.
Know, for any cause. There's never a better time to introduce a new corporate holiday that you need to buy shit for. I mean, it doesn't matter what the fuck it is. Like, I just spent, the video I made was about the Pride Parade, and that's all gone to shit. That's all. McDonald's was there. I got a McDonald's pride flag that said, like, live your truth or something. McDonald's is telling me I can live my truth.
Live your truth and eat fries and didn't say anything else, like, and love McCrispy.
It wasn't even like a rainbow flag. It was just a McDonald's red colored flag with McDonald's yellow M on it that just said live your truth. I kid you not.
Universal.
There was no gay coding, nothing.
You could use that throughout the year and like know that McDonald's is supporting LGBTQIA+.
It's fucking hilarious.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Shout out McDonald's for giving a fuck, at least.
I got a nice Total Wine beer koozie. That was cool.
A Total Wine beer koozie?
Yeah. With a rainbow on it. You go to Total Wine?
Sometimes.
Sometimes? You're not a wine person?
Well, I just get my wine at the ABC store. Depends what I'm getting. Or you can get wine at the grocery store.
Well, Total Wine is like, I don't know. It's just like the library for wine.
Oh, yeah. No, I get generic. When I get wine, I get generic wine just because all women like Stella Rose.
Okay.
Yeah, so as long as you get Stella Rose, you're good.
Easy smash.
Easy smash. Okay. So, fucking list of episode names. But yeah, usually I'll just get them fucking Stella Rose, and I'll drink any kind of Chardonnay.
Stella Rose. My mom drinks Stella Rose. And
My mom does
and
too.
I want to smack her across the face every time I see her.
I'm not smacking the women that drink smell of rose.
No.
I'm smashing them, which is weird because my mom
I'm
drinks
smacking
Stella
her
Rose
because
too.
she's telegraphing that she's an easy smash, and that's unacceptable. I try to culture her. I try to like show her good wine, and I can't drink right now because I got a DUI. That's not a secret. I tell it in my
part of your skits.
It's part of one of my bits, but it's not a joke. I did get a DUI this year. I have a breathing device in my car that I have to blow to start it for the entire year. I have another 6 months of that. It's $120 a month to pay for this. It's a whole nightmare.
Wait, they make you pay for that?
Yeah. You pay for the installation of it. You pay for it monthly.
I didn't know you pay for a month. I know you pay the installation fee. I didn't know you pay for it monthly.
No,
That's crazy.
For the whole goddamn thing. So I've paid the price. Trust you me. So before you come after me, I paid the ultimate price. But I try to culture her back when I could drink on,
Your mother.
My mother. I live with her. So I'm living with my mom and my little brother and my mom's boyfriend. It's the four of us in a single family home. And every time I see her drinking wine, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? This is grape juice. I demand you just get grape juice with some ice.
Wait, you think Stella Rose is below?
Yes.
I agree, but that's neither here nor there.
But I mean,
I love you ladies, okay? And if y'all love Stella Rose, I love y'all.
Stella Rose is the one with the crown on it,
yes.
Right? Yeah. Oh, yeah, I know it
it's
well.
The reason why it's $19 a bottle.
I would never drink it, but it's great. It's fucking grape juice. It's uncarbonated grape soda.
Yes, I agree. I'm a Chardonnay drinker though, and Chardonnay. I know the difference between low class Chardonnay and high class Chardonnay.
Yeah.
So
you like cake bread then? I think that's Chardonnay.
So cupcake you're talking about?
No,
right?
no. Cupcake is one of those like Barefoot, name brand. No, Cake Bread is the name of a really, really good Chardonnay. I think they make a great Chardonnay. It's a winery. I think it's a winery. Don't quote me on it, but that. Look it up. Get one. It's not cheap, but it is really, really good.
Set a reminder for tomorrow at 10 a.m. Look into Cake Bread wine.
There you go. You're making a voice memo. Good. Anyway, I could get into that. I know less and less now that I haven't been drinking, but for a time I was big into just what I liked,
obviously.
At least what I liked. I would know a couple names of products that I liked, certain types of wine and certain makes that I really enjoyed, and I was content with that. But then it's like you see somebody drinking something that they don't have any business drinking, or that shouldn't be called.
It's a little below
you.
you.
It is.
Yes.
And it's like, what are you doing?
Yes. It's funny because my mom drinks that, and I have. I'm sure all of my exes. Shout out to my exes. I'm sure I'll have enough exes that will like Stella Rose. But it's funny because one time, one of my exes that I was still interacting with, that my mother did not like, she didn't realize that my mom didn't like her, and she was like, "Here, give this bottle to your mother." And so it was a bottle of Stella Rose because she likes Stella Rose. And I gave it to my mom, and she was like, "I really like this wine." And I was like, "Oh." And I told my stepfather, "Hey, that wine came from blah, blah." And she was like, "You probably shouldn't tell her that." And I was like, "I don't plan to." Yeah. So, but that's how I realized
just take credit
women like Stella Rose.
Yeah, just take credit for it. That's what I would do.
But now I know my mom likes Stella Rose, and now I know some of my exes like Stella Rose.
Well, if I knew anyone was going to give my mom more of that crap, I would intercept it. The problem is I'm not...
Drink it yourself or give it to somebody else?
Give it to someone else. Give it to some street thug or some fucking...
Giving Stella Rose to a street thug is crazy.
Yeah. Like, happy birthday. Whenever it is. Whatever you celebrate. Enjoy. Have this
Juneteenth or the Pride Month. Happy Pride Month. They just give them a bottle of Stella Rose.
Have this on Thanksgiving with the free turkey they handed out at the shelter.
That you still had sitting in the freezer?
Yeah.
For a rainy day?
That's just, yeah. If you like how cheap it is, I can understand I can understand that, but there are good cheap wines, and one of my favorite cheap wine brands recently has been Dark Horse.
Arbor Mist? Oh.
Dark Horse. Have you heard of Dark Horse?
No.
They're all over the place. They're in every single grocery store, from Walmart, Target to Food Lion, so on. And it's all just a blank label with their logo on it, and it's exactly what it is. It's not just a shit ton of sugar. It's not just a sugary drink, which is not what wine is.
Which feels weird because I feel like you can only get like non-sugary wines at wineries these days.
You think so?
Unless you go to a wine store. Like Total Wine.
Total Wine but I mean, you'd be surprised. There are some good wines sandwiched in between all this other bullshit at Food Lion,
like Stella Rose.
Giant. Like, yeah. Stella Rose. Anyway.
Stella Rose is not that great of a wine. I would never shop for that if I wanted to drink wine myself.
It's not a good wine, and it's barely even a wine. And I'll say this, and then you can get on with what you were saying, so that you can finish
My woe of the week.
your talking show business. But I was talking to somebody about that alcohol does not taste good, and alcohol is not supposed to taste
I've
good.
always said that alcohol is disgusting. Y'all just like the effects of it.
That's the whole point of
Mhm.
it. So people go like, "Oh, I love this," and like it tastes so great.
You like what it does.
And especially good wine, the people who rave about the taste and about like the tannins and the flavors and the legs and
If
everything.
alcohol didn't get you drunk, you wouldn't drink it.
That's the point. The point is to get drunk at the end of the day, and all these other little aspects about it are to facilitate
Getting drunk as soon as possible,
drunk.
or getting drunk as enjoyably as possible. I
Yeah.
love Tito's. I will argue that Tito's is one of the best vodkas, but I like Tito's because I can find Tito's anywhere. It's the most palatable when I'm trying to get drunk.
And it's consistent. You
Yes.
know what to expect every time because you've had it, and you know you can tolerate it, and you can enjoy it.
Correct.
That's what good wine is. It's okay. I'm going to sit down at this meal, right? And we're having chicken. We're having chicken and salad and shit. So I know I'm going to want a white wine,
Mhm.
right? And here's the white wine that will make this the most enjoyable experience to get drunk to.
Yes.
That's all it
Well,
is.
most people don't know what to drink wine with.
And what
Usually
to
with
drink wine
dinner, you would
with.
have, more times than not, you would have white wine because of your usual protein.
Mm.
Like, because a lot of you motherfuckers aren't eating steak like that, sorry to say.
Steak,
Steak is something I would eat.
Household.
Steak is something I would have red wine with.
Yeah.
But chicken is something I would have white wine with.
Mhm.
It doesn't matter if you have the side dishes that complement.
chicken,
Oh yes,
really light.
yes.
Yeah.
Those are the things you have white wine with. If you're eating like seafood pasta, or chicken and seafood Alfredo pasta,
Mhm.
then you would have a white wine. If you're drinking red wine with your seafood and chicken Alfredo,
Where people go wrong, where all these wine moms with Stella Rose in their flasks, or in their mugs at school as teachers during the day, these people go wrong because they
shout out
confuse.
to the teachers that drink on shift, by the way.
Yeah. Well, they've just confused themselves.
Mhm.
They've confused themselves into thinking that this tastes good.
Yeah.
And I need it at all times.
Mhm.
That's not what it's for. If you want something that tastes good, make some fucking get some lean or something. Get something that's just
Some
like
lean is crazy.
that's a bad example, but just get some shit that's like that does taste good. I'm sure that exists, or just like a cocktail or whatever. But the point of it is to get drunk. Like anybody
Correct.
who says like, oh, I love mocktails so much, or
Mhm.
I could get a non-alcoholic beer and just enjoy that. And it's like it's just because you literally just tricked your brain into thinking that this is a product that your tongue will enjoy.
My first deployment was the only time that I like would drink those kind of alcohols. And that's because I started to like beers. I think when I was my first time being deployed was I was 23 into 24 because I was out there for I got back right around my birthday time. But they had something called zeros. So I would drink the non-alcoholic beers just to keep the night going. Or because I was out all night. We'd rack up like 10, 12, 15 fucking zeros after we had our 2 allowable drinks. Because they tasted like beer. They felt like you were still drinking. But they didn't have any alcohol in them.
Yeah.
So yes, it's because you've tricked your mind into thinking that like this alcohol is going to give you some kind of effect, even though it doesn't. And the reality of the situation is if you didn't like beer, you wouldn't drink a zero.
Yeah, no, definitely. Like, I'm in a position now where, like, that's my only choice is to just have a regular drink or have a non-alcoholic beverage, right?
Now,
It's like soda or non-alcoholic beverages. I'm going to choose soda every fucking time.
correct.
Right? There's no
it's
choice.
The tricking your mind into, that's why I like Tito's and soda water, is because I've tricked in my mind into thinking, like, there's a way to drink, enjoy your alcohol, while still not, like, overindulging in the weight gain that comes with alcohol. So if I get Tito's and soda water, I know I'm in a 97 calorie per drink state.
You're in the Bert Kreischer school of thought. You know who Bert Kreischer is?
No.
You never saw. You'd know this guy if you saw him, but he's the guy who takes his shirt off all the time, and he's friends with Tom Segura and Joe Rogan and all them. He's one of the Rogan sphere guys, but that's his whole model is he's the drink champ. And Tito's and soda. Tito's sponsorships.
Yeah.
You know,
I only know that.
But he's a big fat white dude who takes his shirt off all the time.
Big fat white guy taking his shirt off is crazy.
No, but like his whole thing is, oh, it's just all I have is Tito's and soda. I'm not even like actually like getting fatter. I'm just, you know, I don't know what's happening.
It's because of what you're eating.
Yeah,
that's the trick. You got to moderate.
And then what he's also drinking and not accepting, but you know,
that too.
But that he's convinced himself that because like I mainly just drink, you know, straight vodka and soda water.
Yeah, then that's not a. Your shot of Tito's has more calories than your 90 calorie fucking your Corona Premier. And that's the one thing. Everybody's like, you like Premiers? I was like, I love Premiers. And it's not really like I can taste the difference between a Corona Extra and a Corona Premier because I think Corona Premiers are smoother. But now I liked Corona Premiers before I knew that they had less calories.
I don't think I've ever had one of those.
Yes, I like them because they go down smoother.
Got you.
Like drinking, I don't like soda, so I hate beer. I just like that beer is easily palatable because I've developed a taste for beer.
Yeah.
So, but even the beers that I drink, like usually the only beers you'll ever see me do is like maybe a Corona Premier, a Corona Extra, Angry Orchard, or like a Bud Light Platinum. That's probably it. I don't really step outside of those for beers. I think the first beer I ever tried was a Heineken, and I fucking hated it. But that's because I didn't have the acquired taste. But
that's all it is, though. With all of those products and with so many products, it's about getting an acquired taste for something that you didn't before, and then once you have it, it's kind of like you're locked in, and you've got brand loyalty at that point.
But at that point, you need to be able to distinguish between like it's still unhealthy. You're still only in it for the effect. Exactly. Like all of those things. I agree.
There's so much cope that goes on. Like it's like, oh, I just love the taste. I just love how it tastes.
No, you prefer the taste over other alcohols. But again, if alcohol didn't get you drunk, or if alcohol didn't get you drunk, you probably wouldn't drink
it. Alcohol is alcohol is alcohol. Yeah.